I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hello everyone's. I am here for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 2, Episode 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you my family, you one of my peoples, welcome back. We have Trina. She's doing an interview with Rico Love, and she's discussing her album, what it's been like to be a female rapper in a male-dominated industry, and how some people like to pit female rappers against each other. Now, my thing has always been, how come we just both can't be great? Why is it that I gotta tear you down to lift myself up? How come I can't be like, y'all go ahead and check out my homegirl's album. She got an album coming out such and such, such and such. You lift me up, I lift you up, and we both be out here making money. Well, how come we can't do that? Why is it gotta be that I'm the #1 rapper out there, y'all come find me, that person ain't nothing, yada, yada, yada? No. Then she gets to talking about how things are kind of stalled with the TNT album that she has going on with Trick Daddy, because Trick Daddy don't like to come to the studio. Now, I'm like, I don't know Trick Daddy personally, but seeing him last season and a little bit of this episode, he seemed like the person is my way or the highway. And since you out here on the radio talking like this, I'm really gonna be slow about it. Like, Trick Daddy basically better than anybody else. Y'all been knowing each other how many, 15, 20 years? And I'm just gonna say he just didn't up and one day start acting like this. So, girl, you didn't put your album on, your personal album on hold long enough. Because when we see her later on, she at the studio, she calling Trick Daddy off somewhere playing poker with his friends. Ignoring her calls. And I'm like, do you need to be at the studio with him? Do y'all need to be there together? Because I know there's plenty of people, they own an album together, but they ain't never in the studio together. So, girl, you should just tell Trick Daddy, hey, until you're ready to actually get some work done, I'm going to be working on my album so I can get that out there. And when you ready, just holler at your girl. Because me just putting my stuff on hold so we can get this together, it's no longer working for me. That's what I would have told him. But like I said, Trick Daddy seemed like it's my way or the highway. And if I don't like just a smidge bitch of what you got going on, ain't nothing gonna go on type of person. But I could be wrong. So we have Gunplay. He tells, the villain, which was Young Hollywood, that he and Kiara broke up. But my thing is, why was Young Hollywood, if that's his name, I don't know, Hollywood, we're gonna call him Young Hollywood until I get his name correct. Like, why are you at this restaurant, but you back there where they cooking food? And like, what, like, is this your family restaurant and you be helping out? I didn't really understand why he was back there where food is being prepared. I didn't get that. But Gunplay says that he wasn't getting what he needed emotionally. Like, that's I'm not going to say the #1 thing that men say when they're cheating, they get caught cheating. You wasn't there for me emotionally, baby. So I went out and, I sought, emotion and love from somebody else. Like, you did this to us because you wasn't there for me emotionally. I'm like, this girl was there for you when you was in and out of jail and you was high as a kite. She said that later on. I was like, him cheating was never a problem. Him, staying sober and staying his tail out of jail was a problem. Now I got you up there sliding in all these girls' DMs. But like he said, he wasn't there for him emotionally. So he's, sought it elsewhere. And the DMs that he did slide into, he didn't have sex with those women. I was like, oh, okay. But he did say that he is clean and sober now. He got his album coming out. But they need to take responsibilities for their actions, so they can get back on in this relationship. I was like, what was her action? You was the one sliding into DMs. So what was her? You know what? Don't even care. Don't even want to know. That sounds harsh right now. But you putting all this, what you done, you gonna make that a we thing and not a you thing. That's what I'm getting from you. So y'all, Amara, she said she is doing better. She's a little bit of bougie. Her words, not mine. Like, her dreams is coming true. All those haters that said she wasn't gonna make it, she out here making it now. And, she's still living in the same house, still driving the same car. But she's able to, you know, take care of her mom like she's always wanted to. You know, mama, you ain't gotta work. You know, you need some money, I'm paying your bills. You just sit back and relax and do your own thing. She out there, I think it's a Texture on the Runway type of show. She was out there singing, she was out there performing, but when she gets done with her performance, she got like 10 calls from her mama. Now, when my mama calls me like twice and I ain't answered, I get a little scared. So I know she was like, oh snap, what's going on? So she called her mama back. Mama done burnt her hand. Now, mama burnt her hand like skin was gone. She said she left a candle on and she fell asleep, woke up, the house was smoke, everything, and not thinking, she grabbed the candle, hand got all burnt up and all this other stuff. And Amara's like, she's feeling bad because like now, you know, people know who she is. She out here, you know, making money, making moves, and going different places, but she don't have no love life, and she don't get to spend as much time as she does with her mom. But she tell her mama like, mama, just go ahead and don't even worry about all that stuff. If you need something, I'm there for you, but you know, you can't be out here grabbing candles like that. You should have just blew it out like that. Grabbing the candle didn't seem like a big thing, but the way mama was acting like the whole house was going to be on fire if she hadn't done anything. So hopefully mama, her hand is going to be better and everything's going to be cool. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted this scene to make sense. I was just looking at this scene like, make it make sense for me, Mona, because it don't. Because we have Bobby showing up, you know, to see Prince, and Prince's daddy there, and Young Miami there too, and Prince, they all talking. Daddy then went off somewhere. Prince, okay, I'm finna go get some drinks. But like, Bobby takes this moment to like, I need your advice, Young Miami. That her name ain't Young Miami. What is it? Miami Tip. Well, JoJo told me that Bobby is only friends with me for the perks that he gets. Now I'm like, y'all couldn't have discussed this on the ride over there. I guess it wouldn't have been a scene, but y'all know they could have threw a camera in there like when we having these scenes when basically when we in New York and it looked like a music video going on where they got the camera and the person's driving around. Like y'all could have threw a camera right in there and talked about this, but you just came up, talked to Prince, was all smiling, cheesing, all that stuff, dabbed him off and all that good stuff. But now you asking Miami for advice like, is he really, you know, using me and all this other stuff? Because that's what JoJo said. And I was like, he just walked away to get drinks. So how was this conversation going to happen when he walked back? But I be forgetting this is a Mona Scott Young production, so it don't always make sense. But I'm like, I need scenes to make sense. I know these be staged scenes, but make the staged scenes make sense. You could have showed y'all before y'all even got there, y'all having coffee, y'all going to get lunch, and y'all discuss this. But discussing this when this man is the man you talking about has just walked away for a few minutes just to get drinks, just didn't make sense to me. But he think, well, JoJo thinks that Prince is using Bobby for the perks. But I'm like, what perks did Bobby have that he, you know, that Prince is getting? Because y'all both on the show, y'all both on the same show, and people have both seen y'all. So what does Bobby have that Prince wants, and he wants to latch on to him? Not being shady at all. I'm just asking. So we got this whole scene. JoJo's dating Pleasure P. Now, Jessie Woo, I believe that's her name. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But Jessie Woo, she, you know, does some little comedy skits on Instagram. She talking about growing up with a very strict Haitian mama. But mama, she not here for the foolishness, which she calls what Jessie Woo does. Like basically, you grew up in the church. I'm an evangelist, and you out here just acting a complete and utter fool. And I feel some type of way because this show was so ratchet and just wrong sometimes that they was filming in the church. But anyway, Jessie Woo, she has her, I don't even remember what it was called. It was like she gets together with like females like once a week, once a month, however long it is, and they discuss things like, do you approve of the person your daughter is dating? Miami's mama was like, you know what? I don't always agree with the person she's dating. JoJo mama was like, yeah, I don't like that she's dating singers and rappers. She dating Pleasure P right now. I'm like, I don't know how well that's gonna go along, because you know it seemed like he always got an ex that want to pop up on the scene. Y'all remember last season he was with Shay. I'm gonna be better and I'm not gonna call her Bucky. Well, I'm gonna try not to call her Bucky. He was with, you know, Shay, and then his ex, you know, tried to pop back on the scene, and that caused a big old scene with them. But JoJo says, you know, they dating, but they hadn't gone public yet. Thanks, Mama. But anyways, then we get to discussing Amara Negra. Now, they making it seem like Miami and Jesse Wu in Miami making it seem like Amara Negra been jumping in and out of all kind of dudes that have girlfriends DMs. Now, I don't want this to be another, you know, just a reboot of what happened last season on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, where it seemed like that, what's the girl's name? Lyrica was sliding in the DMs, receiving pics and doing all kind of other stuff. I don't want that to be another one of this. But they going back, Miami going back and forth with JoJo, because JoJo was going back and forth with Prince and Bobby and talking to them and going back and forth and saying what she said. Like a whole lot of back and forth, and she wasn't here for it. But my thing is, when I have two, you know, mutual friends and these two beefing, I don't give my opinion one way or another, because you know why? Because once these two become cool again, now I'm the enemy, because I done stated how I felt about what this one may or may have not done, or what this one may or may not done. I'm like, just leave me out of it. I'm not gonna jump on your side or jump down that person, because the minute y'all become cool again, y'all looking at me sideways. So therefore, I'm not gonna do it, okay? But I'm like I said, I don't know. I hope this ain't a reboot of last season from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I do not want to spend this whole season with Trina and Trick going back and forth fighting, because the last scene we had, they about to go on stage, and Trina, she wanted to discuss what's going on with the album, and like, I ain't seen you in a while and you ain't answering my calls, and this is the only time I can actually talk to you, so let's discuss this right now. But he's like, oh, we're not finna to do this. He didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing, like, no, we finna go on stage and we finna perform. They go on stage and perform, and I guess she them threw out some more music that she wanted to do, but she didn't discuss it with him. But I'm like, was she wrong? I don't know, because she ain't been able to get in contact with Hotel. So these two get to fussing and fighting. She's yelling, people getting separated. I'm like, we not doing this the whole season. I hate it. I just clapped out those words, because that just made it seem so wrong. I'm not finna go back and forth with these two all season. I guess they figured, Trina figured, look here, last year I didn't give y'all nothing. I was on the scene for a minute, said something, and just hopped off. But this season she gonna give us something. But I don't want you to give me y'all two going back and forth about this album. Because like I said earlier, if he ain't doing right what he needs to do, work on your old album and just chuck him the deuce until he's ready. So that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment or video response. And like always, I thank my subscribers and the people watching my video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you family, you one of my peoples over here, tell your people to tell their people to come over here and be my people. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.